friends, welcome back to the Tiny House Concierge. My name is Alaska. I'm your Tiny House Concierge. And today we're going to talk about stuff in a tiny house. Stuff, more specifically, how stuff sneaks in. Because friends, it is extremely crafty. Real quick, this is a new channel, so if you would show some love and subscribe, I high-five you through the internet. If you're not quite there yet, that's cool, but liking it and hitting the thumbs up goes a long way. Alright, let's do this. The first thing that sneaks into the tiny house, and I would argue the most aggressive thing, is packing materials. Friends, I love to get presents. I love to shop online, but the downside is the packing materials. So this box will need to be flattened and recycled. And I will have to take it outside because this box will not fit in my recycling bin. To upcycle this beautiful paper, I could totally fold it, spread it out, fold it up, photograph it, put it online, agree to meet somebody, take it to their house. And I have done that. I do that sometimes, but the reality is that it takes 3 to 10 days for me to actually accomplish that. It takes gas, it takes time, it takes photography skills, it takes uploading. It takes a lot to dispose of this responsibly. And then we also have the plastic. So this plastic can only be recycled one place that I know of, and that is the grocery store. So it has to be popped, put in the car, separate trip. So I've got 3 different kinds of material that need to be disposed of in 3 different ways. And my trash can is this big. So like this box won't even physically fit. I sometimes do, I'm not gonna lie, just take all of it and throw it in the garbage. But I'm trying to move away from a lifestyle where that's the answer. And I don't know what the answer is for packing or shipping materials. I don't have a good one yet, but I will tell you that packing or shipping materials take over a tiny like none other you've ever seen. Alright, moving on. Supplements I no longer take. Alright, friends, health is one of the things that I have built my life around and structured my tiny house lifestyle around. So supplements I think are fair game. I even have a dedicated drawer for them down here. However, your needs change, or sometimes you try stuff and it's just not right for your body. That's what happened here. And now I have perfectly good supplements, but they've been opened. I don't know. I have a buy nothing group. Because they're not prescription, I might see if anybody wants them. I feel like that's kind of sketchy. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is right here. But the answer is not, they get to stay in the tiny for all eternity. So they have to go. Alright, number 3, glass orb. So this came into my life because my pipes froze last year and I was forced to buy water. The store was out of gallon jugs, so I had to purchase the reverse osmosis water, and to do that I had to purchase this giant orb. It was so cool, I didn't want to throw it away. And I had all these visions of putting it in the corner and having reeds, all that stuff. As you can see, like, what corner are we talking about here? It would be really cool in a bigger house. It's just not right for this house. So, too cool to recycle. I actually sold it on Craigslist this morning. Next up, bottle of Kahlua. So I was in a store, I was shopping for Thanksgiving stuff, I saw this bottle of Kahlua. I remember that one movie with the dude, you know, when he drinks the White Russians, and I was like, I love that movie! Of course that needs to be a part of my Thanksgiving. So I bought the Kahlua, and it cost like $20, and now it's taking up space in my drawer, and I didn't actually have it because I'm just not much of a sweet drinks sort of person. I mean, I do like White Russians, but I'm also like mildly allergic to dairy, and it will just make me cough the daylights out of myself, and I'm like, why? Anyway, this has to go. One of you are probably gonna get it for Christmas. Act surprised. Friends. Friends, this one kills me. This is so sad because I love it so much. The worst part about this purchase, and this was a purchase. This was not like a gift or something. I did purchase this actively. And the reason I purchased it is because I was like doing a photo shoot and I was like, this is gonna look amazing. And it did, and it does. It matches the Berkey flawlessly. I love it. But the worst part is that, friends, I already own one. It's in a storage unit in Tennessee. It's a long story, but I won't be able to get that one out until my mother buys a house and moves out of her storage unit. It's buried that deeply. So I bought another one. But the reality is that this takes up about a third of my kitchen counter space. And I would have to physically move items that live on the kitchen counter off in order to use this. I haven't really entertained at the tiny house that much. I don't know if that's the thing that I do yet. I would totally put champagne in here and just have a good time by myself, and I did that once, but the reality is there's no good place for this to live where it's displayed. And if it's in storage, like, what's the point? In a bigger house, this would be cool, and I would 100% take it out every Sunday, but I don't live in a bigger house, at least not right now. And I have 2 of these. Cranberry sauce. Alright, so I heard a rumor that cranberries were stuck in a shipping container over Thanksgiving, and I was like, but what if I make Thanksgiving again for Christmas and then there's no cranberry sauce? So I bought an extra can. Humanity, I am sorry for hoarding cranberry sauce. It was a bad idea. It was kind of selfish, and ultimately the Thanksgiving I made this year was so rich, my body is just not used to that. I'm one person. I can't eat that much. I'm not doing it for Christmas. And this is not something I eat in my regular life. So now I need to find a food donation place of some kind to take this can of cranberry. So this is a card, and I'm not going to show you the card because I do want to actually send it to the person. But this I bought because it reminded me of someone, and I was like, I want to show them that I care. And all good intentions, but this has been sitting for 3 weeks. I need to find a stamp. I need to write something memorable in it. I need to actually take it to the post office because I don't have a mailbox here. And while I think it's important to show people that you love them, I think I would rather sit down and get really clear about how I want to show whom I love, and then regularly schedule it. As, unromantic or unemotionally connected as that, robotic maybe as that sounds, if I don't do it that way, I'm gonna spur of the moment, spend money, buy stuff, and then it's going to sit in my house sprinkled with my good intentions. Okay, cutting boards. I have 2 of them. These are tricky because I didn't buy them. They actually came with the house. Also, they're super thin and small. And it's so easy to be like, well, they're not taking up that much space. Yeah, but I have 3 of them. There's another one that I use. In fact, the other one is the only one that I use. And I'm trying to envision a scenario in which I had 3 people that were all chopping at the same time. Like, I didn't have counter space for that. Someone would literally be chopping on the stairs. Which, I mean, cool, like, do it, but I just don't think that'll happen. Even if there was 2 people, I think one of us would be chopping and the other one of us would be doing something else. So, too many cutting boards. They both gotta go. That's the end of that. Body scrub. Friends, I met this woman. She makes this biodegradable, organic, body scrub and body products. I think it's super cool. I thought her business was cool. I wanted to support it. I don't regret any of that. But I bought it because I had these images of I'm going to get really into skincare and have the best skin of all time. And I've actually bought a lot of skincare stuff. And when I think about what the goals are of my life, especially for the next 6 months to a year, having the best skin of all time is just not on that list. I I'd like good enough skin, but this is just not going to happen. So even though it's really cool, again, I think one of you is probably going to get this for Christmas. Alright, friends, most ridiculous thing that has made it into the Tiny thus far. Yeah, it's a bubble machine. Hear me out. I had a plan. I was going to do a photo shoot, and then there were going to be bubbles, and it was going to be truly epic, and I've done photo shoots like that before. I've used a bubble machine before. I do think they're really cool for that purpose. However, if I'm thinking this through from a tiny house perspective, this is an awkwardly shaped thing to store. It doesn't fit the aesthetic of my house, so I don't want it visible. It has a lot of nooks and crannies that I'm going to have to clean the bubble stuff out of. The odds that this is going to spill during a photo shoot are pretty high. And how many photo shoots a year am I going to do with the bubbles? 2? Like, I would be better off borrowing this. Given that I'm not a professional photographer or, I don't know, baby entertainer. I just realized, friends, there are no ingredients on this, but this is not biodegradable. This can't go in my gray water, so I can't even clean this out. Alright, the bubbles have to go. Okay, so anyway, I do play this game. I call this game 25 Things Must Leave the Tiny Immediately. I know that wasn't quite 25. I don't want to make this video that long. But now you have an idea of some of the stuff that has snuck its way into the tiny house and how and why. And honestly, it's probably going to take me 6 or 7 trips to dispose of all of this because it all has to go to different places. So if you live in a tiny house, I know you know what I'm talking about. If you don't live in a tiny house yet, please, please, please start practicing examining the stuff that comes into your life and looking at how it comes in, why it comes in, and remember to go back to your list of like what is important to you in life. Is this one of your top 3? If bubbles isn't it, if skincare isn't it, like it has to go. There's just not room. So, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, por favor, hit subscribe. That would be amazing. Also, liking it. In the comments, I want to know what are the craziest things that have snuck into your house. Tiny or otherwise, I don't care. Hit me with the craziest. Thank you for listening. My name is Alaska. This is the Tiny House Concierge. I will see you in the next video.